Alright guys, we're back. I busted out the rolling rock. Let's see if it makes me play better. I seriously doubt it. Okay, yeah, I have a few thoughts on Twilight Princess. What I liked about the game, what I didn't like about the game. Zelda, I will tell you, is probably, I think it's my favorite game series of all time. I'm just going to throw it out there. Resident Evil is close, but I love my Zelda. I don't know what else to say. Alright, and of course it goes back to the original on the NES, Zelda 2, which for whatever reason a lot of fans don't really like, but I love Zelda 2. There really isn't a Zelda game I don't like, as far as I can, think. Oh, jeez. This boss battle is becoming more of a struggle than I ever anticipated it would be. Maybe there's something I should have learned from Cloud's total breakdown that put him into probably the funny farm for some duration, or at least put him on medication. Yeah, Twilight Princess. Pros. It was a lengthy quest. I like the shadow aspect of it, turning into the wolf and all that. Thought it looked really cool. The soundtrack, I recall, is pretty darn good for it. Had some pretty good tunes. Graphics weren't the best on the GameCube. They seemed overly pixelated to me for some reason. It almost looks, the game has a look, I have the GameCube version. Almost looks like there's no anti-aliasing to speak of. I couldn't figure that out. I don't know if it's the tube I was playing on. I started out with a Sony flat screen HD TV, old tube style, the ones that weigh 1,000 pounds. Recently, over a year ago, I upgraded to a 42-inch LCD, and that's what I've been playing on since. It makes standard definition games look really shitty, honestly. It's great for the virtual console. Super pixelation is just fantastic, but yeah, that game, the art style was great. That's basically what saves it. Oh no. Guys, I'm so struggling with this. Yeah, I didn't really come away feeling that the graphics were fantastic, but again, it was released on the... It was released, what? I want to say a year after the Xbox 360 came out. The 360, of course, ushering in the age of HD video games. Consoles, I should say. PC's been doing it for years, but... yeah, didn't look all that hot. I had another issue. It's too damn easy. On their next Zelda game, what Nintendo needs to do is, that difficulty dial? Turn that thing to 11, motherfuckers. Just turn that dial. Make the game really challenging. I mean, I didn't even struggle with any of the temples, as far as I can remember. I thought I skated through all the temples fairly easy. None of them threw me for too many loops. They were fairly easy to figure out. I liked them. I didn't like them as much as the Ocarina of Time temples, though. I thought the Ocarina of Time temples were superior. This level design, everything. Like, take the Fire Temple, for instance, in Ocarina of Time. I thought that level design was fantastic. I didn't get the sense of epic temple design in Twilight Princess. I didn't. I'm sorry. The game was epic, and yet the temples weren't. And it just could. Oh, it could be because maybe my expectations were too big. But I really don't think that the temple designs in Twilight Princess are the best in the series, and that was a letdown. One other nitpicky thing is pacing in that game. Nintendo, I think, one of their calling cards for game design is they start the gameplay right away, typically. They typically just get right into it. They let the player get used to, they give the player a little bit of a tutorial on what they're supposed to do, how to run, jump, do your sword, whatever. But in Twilight Princess, the beginning just drug on forever. It took forever to get into the game in the very beginning, the opening. So I know they were trying to go for epic, a lot of cutscenes, that kind of thing, but I don't think Nintendo is really very good at that. And I think they need to just strip down the sequel to No, don't get me, buddy. Oh, the lasers are gone. Oh my god, guys, I beat this son of a bitch. But yeah, they need to remain true to their roots and keep it strictly gameplay. Cutscenes need to happen at... Oh, my heart's beating, dude. I'm so stoked that I beat this. And I saved. Sweet. See, you don't have to get upset. Just drink some Rolling Rock and play the damn game. You'll beat it. Okay. Okay. So yeah, launch it right into gameplay. The cutscenes that were awesome. Yeah, obligatory death. Oh my god. Well, okay. I'm not gonna freak out. No, I'm not. I'm not a freak out type of guy. Okay. Alright, here's the deal, guys. Strip the series back. Get it down to its roots. What makes... Ooh. It doesn't like this area. I'm gonna have to reload every time I die, apparently. Get back to what you know you're good at, and that is sublime gameplay. That's what Nintendo has always been great at. Is they're good at making games, game design, level design, controls that make sense and work for a game. Don't worry about trying to make an epic story. Your characters are good because of what they lack. A primary facet of Zelda has always been that Link never speaks, at least rarely. I think they may have given him some dialogue, but typically, oh, you bastard. They don't fuck around because they know the philosophy is that you are Link, the player is Link. They don't give him a personality dialogue-wise. It's because that's the player. And when characters have a conversation with you, they're talking to the player, not to Link. And they totally get that. And I totally get that. Do you get that? So anyway, before I go over, let's call this video.